Amarachi said, hit chinedu harder than he expected. For the first time, he finally saw the pain she had been carrying all along. He realized being physically present was never enough. And suddenly, the fear of losing her became real. But Amarachi was exhausted, emotionally drained, mentally tired, and no longer sure the relationship could survive. She told him she had tried, again and again, to make him understand. But after a while, she stopped fighting for someone who never truly saw her pain. And that was the moment chinedu broke. He apologized, not completely out of understanding, but partly out of fear. Fear of starting all over again with someone else. At almost 43 years of age. Because deep down, Amarachi still felt he never truly understood the gravity of his absence. And sometimes, an apology changes nothing when the damage has already been done. After the confrontation, Amarachi made up her mind to leave. She was tired, emotionally exhausted, and no longer sure love was enough. But chinedu refused to let her go. He begged her. He told her they had already come too far together. And then he said something Amarachi never expected. If you leave me, I will never be with anyone else again. At first, she said nothing. But deep down, she knew chinedu truly loved her in his own way. And even though she was still hurting, she couldn't bear to see him completely broken. So Amarachi stayed. Not because all the pain disappeared, and not because everything was suddenly fixed, but partly out of pity, and partly because she still loved him too. And chinedu promised her that he would never hurt her again. Then barely a month after the disagreement, chinedu told Amarachi it was finally time to meet her people. And almost immediately after meeting her people, the preparations began. The wedding. Almost 2 years into the marriage, Amarachi became pregnant. And chinedu was happy. Very happy. He made sure Amarachi was comfortable. For the first time in a long while, their home finally felt peaceful. And Amarachi promised herself something. She would respect her husband, keep her home peaceful, and give chinedu every reason to always want to come home. And for a while, things truly felt different. But a few days later, one of chinedu's friends moved into the house temporarily. At first, Amarachi was happy about it. But slowly, things began to change again. Chinedu and his friends started keeping late nights, and Amarachi slowly found herself alone again. Amarachi's pregnancy was almost due, but most nights, chinedu still returned home past midnight. She needed care, presence, comfort, so she spoke to chinedu about it, hoping he would finally understand. But instead, things became worse. And one night, out of loneliness and desperation, Amarachi called chinedu, pretending she had fallen, just so he would return home early to be with her. But when chinedu arrived, he became angry. He scolded her for calling him back home, just because he had left his friends behind at a bar. And at that moment, Amarachi realized something painful. Chinedu still hadn't changed.